You're sitting in the cinema watching a movie. The person next to you lights a cigarette, then another. By the end of the film, you can barely see the screen through the smoke. Nobody complained. Nobody left. This was normal. If you think the 1970s was just bell-bottoms and disco music, you're missing the bigger picture. Today we're looking at 12 forgotten everyday things from 1970s Australia that will genuinely shock you. 1. Waiting weeks to get your photos back. You took photos on holiday, finished the roll of film. Then the waiting began. You take the film canister to the chemist, hand it over the counter. When will they be ready? 2 weeks, maybe 3. You'd mark it in your diary, finally go back to collect them, sit at the kitchen table, everyone gathered around. Open the envelope, some photos were perfect, some were blurry, some had your thumb in the corner, some were completely black because you forgot to use the flash. Half the roll was ruined. Too bad. You'd already paid. No redos. You couldn't see what you'd taken, couldn't delete the bad ones, couldn't retake anything. You just had to hope. Special occasion? You'd pay extra for 1 hour photo processing, cost a fortune. Photography required patience, faith, and a lot of hope. 2. Kids are loose in the car, no seatbelts, family road trip. 5 kids in the back seat, none of them belted in. No seatbelts required, no car seats, no booster seats, nothing. You'd pile in, fight over who got the window, then just bounce around. Long trip, you'd lie down across the back seat, climb into the back window shelf and watch the cars behind. Sharp corner, you'd go sliding across the vinyl seats. Dad would brake hard, you'd fly forward, smack into the front seat. The youngest kids would stand up between the front seats, lean on mum's shoulder, chat to dad while he drove. Station wagon? The kids would sit in the very back facing backwards, waving at the cars behind. No seatbelts. Babies? Mum held them in her lap. In the front seat. While dad drove, seatbelts existed, they were in the car, but nobody used them. They were uncomfortable, restrictive. Every kid who grew up in the 70s remembers rolling around the car like loose cargo. 3. Calling. The talking clock. You needed to know the time. You rang it, picked up the phone, dialed 1194. A recorded voice would tell you the exact time. At the 3rd stroke, it will be 3:47 and 10 seconds. Beep, beep, beep. Everyone used it. Set your watch by it. Checked if your clock was running fast. Kids would ring it for fun. Over and over. You needed the weather forecast. Different number. 1196. No apps. No internet. No checking your phone. You rang a number, listened to a recording. That was your information source. These numbers were everywhere, written in the front of the phone book. Your gran would ring them daily, check the weather before hanging out the washing. The talking clock was disconnected in the early 2000s, but in the 70s, that service was essential. 4. Smoking inside movie theatres. You walked into the cinema, bought your ticket, found your seat, then you lit up. Everyone did. The whole theatre would fill with thick grey smoke hanging in the air, the projector beam cutting through it like a spotlight. Your eyes would sting, your clothes would reek. You'd walk out smelling like an ashtray. The person behind you was smoking. The person in front was smoking. Kids sat there breathing it all in, babies in their mother's arms. Everyone just accepted it. The ushers would walk up and down the aisles during the film selling them. Cigarettes, choc tops, cigarettes. Ashtrays built into the armrests, full by interval, overflowing by the end. You'd watch the movie through a permanent haze. This went on until the mid-80s in some places. 5. Adjusting the TV aerial on the roof. The picture on your TV went fuzzy, snowy, lines rolling through it. Someone had to fix it. And that someone was climbing on the roof. Every house had a TV aerial, big metal thing sticking up, pointed toward the transmission tower. Wind would blow it, storms would move it. Gradually it'd shift until your picture went to hell. So Dad would get the ladder out, climb up onto the roof. Meanwhile, you'd be inside watching the TV. A bit to the left, he'd shift it. No, too far, back a bit. This would go on for 20 minutes, him on the roof, you yelling instructions from inside. Next week, a storm would hit. The whole process would start again. Kids would be sent up sometimes, lighter, less likely to break the tiles. But in the 70s, good TV reception required roof access and yelling. 6. Recording songs off the radio. Your favourite song came on the radio, you'd scramble, hit record on your cassette player. This was how you got music. You didn't buy it, you recorded it. You'd sit there, finger hovering over the button, waiting. Your song, press record, now. but you had to be quick. Missed the start? Too bad. You'd have to wait until they shum me. Played it again. And you couldn't record just the song. You got the DJ talking over the intro, the ad that came on right after. You'd fill entire cassettes. 90 minutes of songs recorded off the radio, your own personal mixtape. But the quality was terrible, hissy, fuzzy. Your mum vacuuming in the background. You'd listen to these tapes until they wore out. The tape would stretch. Eventually it'd snap and you'd splice it back together with sticky tape. This was your music library. Hours of sitting by the radio, waiting, recording. 7. Putting things on lay-by. You wanted something expensive? You couldn't afford it today? You put it on lay-by, saw a toy, a dress, a bike, took it to the counter. Can I put this on lay-by, please? They'd write up a docket, put the item aside. You'd pay a deposit. Then you'd come back every week, pay a bit more. The shop kept your item out the back, tagged with your name, waiting. Kids would put toys on lay-by, save their pocket money, come in every Saturday. Hand over their coins. Finally, you'd make the last payment. They'd bring it out. It was yours. That moment felt incredible. You'd earned it, saved for it, waited for it. If you couldn't keep up the payments, you'd lose your deposit. No credit cards, no buy now, pay later. Just lay-by. Christmas time, lay-by was huge. Parents would put toys on lay-by in October, pay them off by December. Lay-by taught you the value of waiting, of saving, of working towards something. 8. School banking with your passbook. Every Wednesday morning at school, the bank lady would come. You'd line up in the classroom, holding your bank book, your deposit money. Commonwealth Bank ran school banking programs, teaching kids to save. You'd hand over your coins, 50 cents, $1 if you'd had a good week. She'd write it in your passbook by hand, date, amount, new balance. That passbook was precious. Blue cover, your name written on the front, every deposit recorded. You'd take it home, show your parents. Look, I've got $12, teachers encouraged it. Who's banking today? Get your money ready. It was part of school routine. You'd flip through your passbook, look at all the entries, feel proud. That physical record of saving, that tangible proof of your effort. It mattered. Then school banking ended. Too much admin. That ritual of lining up every Wednesday, watching it get written in your book, that taught you something real. 9. Phone boxes on every corner. You needed to make a call while you were out. You found a phone box. They were everywhere. Every corner, every shopping centre, outside every pub, red phone boxes, big, heavy door, tiny space inside, reeked of cigarettes. You'd step inside, pick up the receiver, put your coins in the slot, 20 cents for a local call, more for long distance, dial the number. The coins would drop when someone answered, clunk, clunk. You had 3 minutes, then you'd need more coins. Hang on, I need to put more money in. Run out of money? The Archu call would cut off, dead. You'd memorise phone numbers, important ones, because you couldn't carry them with you. Emergency calls were free, but for everything else, you needed coins. Always coins. Kids would use them to call their parents. I'm at the shops, can you pick me up? Those phone boxes were lifelines. Phone boxes are gone now, but in the 70s, you knew where every phone box was. 10. Playing in the street until the street lights came on summer evening. You'd finish dinner, head straight outside. Be back when the street lights come on. That was the rule, the only rule. You'd play in the street. Cricket, footy, chasings, hide and seek. The whole neighbourhood of kids would be out there. You'd play until you couldn't see anymore, until the light was almost gone. Then the streetlights would flicker. Come on, that was the signal. Everyone would scatter, racing home. Your parents had no idea where you were, what you were doing, who you were with. They just knew you were. Outside, somewhere, you'd roam, ride your bike streets away, explore, adventure, unsupervised, hungry, go home, thirsty, drink from the hose. Nobody called you, nobody texted, nobody tracked you. You existed in this bubble of freedom, hours and hours of it. Every single day, the streetlights dictated your life. Light on, go home. Simple. That wild, free, unsupervised childhood, where the street was your kingdom and the streetlights were your only curfew, extinct. 11. Mixed lollies in a paper bag. You walked to the corner shop, 50 cents in your pocket. That was a fortune. Inside, behind the counter, were the lolly jars, huge glass jars, dozens of them. You'd point. 3 of those, 5 of those, 2 of those. The shopkeeper would grab the metal scoop, take the lid off each jar, scoop them out, weigh them on the scales, write the price on the bag. All your lollies mixed together in one white paper bag, twisted closed at the top, milk bottles, musk sticks, cobbers, redskins, fantails, jaffas, clinkers. You'd carry that bag like treasure. Walk home, open it up, the smell, that sweet, artificial, perfect smell. You'd eat them one by one, slowly, make them last, share them with your mates, trading. I'll swap you 2 musk sticks for a milk bottle. The bags would get sticky, the lollies would stick together, that ritual of choosing your own lollies, mixing them yourself, creating your perfect selection. That paper bag of mixed lollies from the corner shop, that was magic. 12. Telegrams for important news. Something important happened, someone had big news. They sent a telegram. A kid on a bike would arrive at your house, telegram in hand. Your stomach would drop. Telegrams meant something serious, something urgent. Good news or bad news, you never knew until you opened it. Birth announcements came by telegram. Baby boy born, 7 pounds, mother and child well. Death notices came by telegram. Regret to inform you, father passed away peacefully. Engagements, weddings, emergencies, all telegrams. You'd sign for it, tear it open, type text on yellow paper, short, direct. Every word cost money, so people kept it brief. Arriving Saturday 3 p.m. train, meet station. That was it. No explanation, no details. Just the essential information. You'd keep important telegrams, store them away, physical proof of life's big moments. The telegram delivery boy was everywhere, racing around on his bike. If you saw him riding down your street, your heart would race. Is he coming here? Phones became cheaper, telegrams stopped making sense. The service ended, but telegrams had weight, importance. When one arrived, it mattered. 12 forgotten everyday things that shaped 1970s Australia. We've gained safety, technology, convenience, instant everything. But we've lost freedom, patience, that physical connection to the world. Life was riskier then, but simpler, more tangible. Which one of these shocked you the most?